What's up, XRP family? Thank you for joining the video for today. We have another quick update, guys, because there is so many things going on and it's gonna go crazy. So here we have the BIS Innovation Hub and Monetary Authority of Singapore published proposal for enhancing global real-time retail payments network connectivity. Now this is very weird, guys, because this is supposed to be from Swift and the BIS using something called Project Nexus. Now they just published this in the news, and Project Nexus will allow countries to link real-time national payment systems with minimal adaptations. Proposed blueprint includes technical standards, operational guidelines, and common functionalities. Model builds on the successful connection of Singapore and Thailand's national payment networks. Now guys, I want to talk about a couple of things, because basically what they're saying here is that they have a system which makes cross-border payments very easy, frictionless, fast, and cheap, while they never shared with us Project Nexus or they didn't show anything about this project until now. And we know that blockchain is a system or a technology capable of doing that, but they never showed us something else. So what I want to show you guys is that they're basically saying, I think, in my opinion, that they're gonna use Ripple technology to make cross-border payments, because there is no other solution. There is no other technology. They never shared anything, and it's weird that they just came up with Project Nexus. So my opinion is, or my thinking is, that they actually use blockchain technology. They don't say it, but I think that this is just the beginning before we go public with RippleNet. Now we know that Ripple just went live with ODL in Japan, and we clearly know that, but they didn't say anything about the BIS using Ripple or other technology, which is very weird. So now here we can see Nexus gateways to be developed and implemented by the operators of participating countries' national systems will serve to coordinate compliance, foreign exchange conversion, message translation, and the sequencing of payments among all participants. These gateways will be predicted on a common set of technical standard, functionalities, and operational guidelines set out within the proposal. Under the Nexus blueprint, participating countries will only to adopt the Nexus protocols once to gain access to the broader cross-border payments network. This removes the need for countries to negotiate payment linkages with each jurisdiction on bilateral basis. Now guys, it's not easy to create a technology that's doing cross-border payments. It's not easy at all, and they just came up with Nexus. They said around 60 countries now have instant payment systems which allow payments between bank accounts in just seconds. Connecting them together could enable cross-border payments that are faster, cheaper, easier to access, and more transparent. Now guys, the big question is, what are they using? Because they're not clearly saying what is the technology, or really actually telling us what's underneath. And I think that this is just the beginning before we implement the RippleNet technology, blockchain. And I think we are almost there, because we are also almost reaching a settlement which will actually be aligned together for a big announcement, guys. The project complements the ongoing work of the G20, FSB, and CPMI to enhance cross-border payments. We know that Ripple was in the G20. And this is why I think that they are gonna use Ripple on a global scale. Now, we have to be ready, guys. Let's take a look what Jeremy Hogan is saying. Phil and Law makes some great points, and we are really all just speculating. But if there is no settlement and Ripple didn't respond to the SEC brief, I think that's a mistake, and that's not something I would expect from this legal team. And then he says, in addition, we know that 90-95% of SEC cases settle at some level, but it is difficult to call, like picking the bottom of a falling stock. You know it's going to bottom out sometime, but when is the question. Also, things the last week or so have been strange. in that there has been a dearth of motion practice on a key privilege and some other issues. This type of little inactivity is a characteristic of a settlement, and if I don't see something soon, that is my guess. But yes, it could be 10 other things as well. Thanks. So we know, guys, that there is something brewing there. And also now with the Nexus announcement, it got me really thinking, guys, that we are going live very soon. Let's take a look what they're saying here about actually cryptocurrencies. Let's take a look.
Of digital currencies. I caught up with the IMF Managing Director, Kristalina Georgieva, and started by asking her view on what's taking place around the world today.
This is a revolution in terms of opportunities to serve you, the consumers, with technology that makes payments instantaneous, cheaper for everyone. It is also a way in which the public and the private sector are stepping forward. The public sector with central bank digital currencies, and the private sector with innovations on stable coins and e-money, as well as with offering investors the opportunity to put their money into digital assets. What it is also is...
Now guys, you can clearly see that they are saying it's a revolution and that many investors are using it, and there's CBDCs. We are clearly moving towards that digitalization, guys, that we have been talking about for so long. And now it is almost time, guys. They are gonna implement Ripple very soon, and you will see it on the charts. You will see it fly. And my guess is that beginning of August we will see something, and definitely hear whether a settlement or something else from the case. Now let's take a look. China is 6 years ahead of the United States in building a blockchain-based payment system. Pantera Capital founder CEO Dan Pantera says there is going to be a competition amongst nations to have the payment rail of the future.
I think the environmental issues come up just recently, and it's focusing exclusively on one of the three letters in the acronym ESG, just the E part, and mainly on just one of the blockchains, Bitcoin. And Bitcoin does use electricity to provide security, so it does consume a large amount of electricity, but many of the other blockchains don't. They use proof of stake or some other consensus mechanism like XRP. Which don't consume electricity. So I think when we have a broader discussion about the full concept of ESG, people will realize that blockchain is fantastic for ESG.
Dan, good to see you here. Cryptos really across the board, most of them are well off their highs. How are you investing your funds? Where are you seeing opportunities right now?
Yeah, so volatility does bring opportunity, and from peak to trough in April to recently, Bitcoin, as an example, for the industry as a whole, went down 53%. So that gives you, a great entry opportunity. Fortunately, we're launching a new fund that invests across the whole spectrum of assets, and we're happy that the markets have pulled back a bit here. I think the macro story is so positive. There's so much money being printed, and then so many institutions are coming into the space that over the next 12 months, the markets are going to resume their rally.
What's your terminal value on Bitcoin now?
Yeah, that's a good question. There's a lot of pundits always throwing out big price.
Now guys, you can clearly hear him saying that within 12 months we will be rallying again. And this is just the beginning, guys. Look at what they're saying. They're printing money, investors are entering the space. And there has been a lot of transactions these days, a lot of volume, and we know that a lot of investors, big investors, are now pumping money in Bitcoin and other digital assets, which I will think be a major factor with the next rally of XRP. We have to be in the crypto space. MasterCard CEO says, look at that, guys. These are big investors. These are big companies. MasterCard is angling to become the go-to for governments and private entities when testing and rolling out central bank digital currencies or stable coins. This is crazy, guys. In an earnings call on Thursday, MasterCard CEO Michael Miebach discussed recent developments in crypto and CBDCs, making the pitch that the company was well positioned to remain a linchpin of intra and international value flows. What we believe we do is bring a perspective to the market as a multi-rally payment provider. We have to be in this space because people are looking for answers. And of course, they have to be in the space because this is MasterCard. How would that be if you can just make payments with your MasterCard and crypto bridging currencies using the RippleNet technology? How much money would that be covering? Just think about it, guys. It's mind-boggling. Bitcoin OTC desks buzz as analyst warns big players want your Bitcoin. Now, this is what I'm talking about, guys. These people are investing in Bitcoin like crazy. Citing data from on-chain monitoring resource Glassnode, Leclerc-eyed a sudden uptick in OTC activity just as BTC USD hit local highs of 40K. High net worth individuals and institutions want your Bitcoin. Now that means one thing, guys. People are investing like crazy. Be ready for a major bull run. Here you can see. You will enjoy what happens next. This was from Baba Cugs. Then here we have another picture. This is Gematria that actually follows what's going to happen August 3rd and 4th, which will be a major date, guys. Beginning August. Mark my words, it's gonna be huge, guys. Here we can see that XRP from the beginning ensuring that our digital future is a sustainable one. They know that they're gonna be the future one day, guys. Look at this. We were just talking about environment. Look at this. They have a whole plan for the environment, guys. Only consuming a scant of 0.0079 per transaction. This means that Ripple was here from the start to take over, guys. And it's almost time. And now with Nexus releasing, this is just the beginning for Ripple to take over. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I hope you find value. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one. Cheers.